Hey guys, it's Losing Melanie here, and some of you know I'm a family medicine physician, and my husband thinks that I should use all of that knowledge that I've been privileged to obtain to help out some people with their knowledge on nutrition. We're all in this together, and reviewing this will help me as well. So if you're interested, tune in. I'm going to do an extra segment as I put it together. If you're not, pass it on by, okay? So I wanted to talk about macronutrients. There are three main macronutrients that we all know, and the first one is protein, the second one is fat, and the third one is carbohydrates. Absolutely everything that you eat can be broken down into those three food groups or a combination thereof, okay? So forget the 5 food groups. We don't really care about that. There are 3 macronutrients that everything can be classified into as a combination of those 3. So protein we know is any kind of animal muscle, meat. It contains amino acids that come together to form protein. That's why it's in beans and legumes. We'll cover that at a different time. Fats, those are oils, butter, anything with fat in it, including animal fat. And most of us know what fats are, but we'll cover that in another time as well because there are good fats, bad fats. But the third one that we're going to cover today is carbohydrates. This is the one I wanted to focus on today because for a lot of us that are weight loss surgery recipients or prospective recipients, carbohydrates are the things that we have to be very careful of. Rho and Y patients a lot of times have dumping syndrome because of carbohydrates, and even those of us that are lap banders, everybody knows that you have to eat your protein first and carbohydrates last. So carbohydrates are otherwise known as sugars. There are 3 different types. All carbohydrates can be classified in. 2 of them are under the umbrella of simple sugars. Those are monosaccharides and disaccharides. And then there's the complex sugars, which are called polysaccharides. Okay, the monosaccharides mean that if you imagine that all sugar is made up of train compartments, monosaccharides are just one compartment. Okay, just the engine. So those are glucose, also known as dextrose. When you turn around and look at your label, you see dextrose, that's a simple sugar. Galactose, which is found in mammal milk, which includes human milk, and fructose, which is found in fruits and vegetables. Okay, that's where we get those. Now, all different foods can have a combination of those different sugars, but glucose is the most basic sugar. That's what it is in your blood, okay? Fructose and galactose. These 3 sugars require no metabolism whatsoever. In your mouth, they will directly cross over from your mouth into your bloodstream and cause a hike in blood sugar, okay? So they require no effort on your body whatsoever. If you are a diabetic, you may have been told if your sugar gets too low, stick a piece of candy in your mouth or put some honey in your mouth and suck on it. That's because those sugars are simple sugars. It's glucose, fructose, and galactose, or a disaccharide such as sucrose, which is table sugar. It's a combination of glucose and fructose. Lactose, which a lot of you are intolerant because you don't have the enzyme that makes your body use galactose, and lactose is a combination of galactose and glucose, or maltose, which is just 2 glucose train compartments stuck together. Okay, disaccharides are not really any better than monosaccharides. They're both considered simple sugars because in your mouth you have an enzyme called amylase that immediately breaks down those 2 compartment sugars, the disaccharides, into 1 compartment sugars. They cross over into your blood, immediately used. Immediately makes your blood sugar go up. Okay? So the ones that we need to be aware of, the ones that we need to utilize to the best of our ability, are the polysaccharides. These are the chains of sugars that go on. They can be 3, they can be 20, they can be 100. They're just a big long train of sugars all put together, okay? And these are also called complex carbs. They include starches and something called cellulose, which is the sugar found in plants. And a lot of polysaccharides, since they're found in plants, are guarded by fiber. So if you've known someone that does Atkins diet and they say, oh, well, this has 20 grams of carbs, but it has 10 grams of fiber, so I only have to count 10 carbs. Well, they're absolutely accurate, because what the fiber does is the fiber locks up the sugar and guards it. So your body doesn't have what it needs to break down fiber, and because it can't break down the fiber, it can't get inside to get the sugars that are guarded by the fiber. So it only eats the sugars around the fiber that it has access to, okay? I hope that makes sense. So fiber is our friend. When you have a choice at dinner to eat either a white potato versus a sweet potato or a yam, always go with the sweet potato or the yam, because it has those strings in it, those fibrous strings. That is the fiber that's locking in the sugar so that your body can't use it, okay? Other high carbohydrate foods to watch out for that seem healthy but aren't as healthy as other choices are things like carrots and peas. They have a lot of sugar, not a lot of fiber, and so your body can get that sugar and break it down and use it, and it doesn't have to take a lot of energy to do it. But if you get your sugars from things like bell peppers and strawberries and blueberries and blackberries and low glycemic fruits and vegetables, which means that the glycemic index tells us how much it affects our blood sugar. And strawberries are on the low side of the glycemic index, whereas bananas are on the top. So with a banana, the sugar is readily available. Your body doesn't have to work for it. It can automatically break it down. And if you have too much sugar in your body says, oh wow, we're feasting, so we have to store up for a famine, and it turns the extra sugar into fat. Not what you want to do, right? We're trying to get that fat out, not put more in. So make sure you're going for the high fiber fruits and vegetables, the lower sugar fruits and vegetables. And when you're choosing your carbohydrates, beware of things that say sucrose or dextrose, because that means your body doesn't even have to work for it. We're working so hard to lose this weight, so make your body work hard too. When you put it in your mouth, make your body go to work. Make your body use energy to actually get so pick things that are colorful. The more color, the more green, yellows, oranges, reds, the more nutritious on the large part. The closer to white it is, the more sugary and less nutritious in general. There are exceptions to everything. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed my little blurb on carbohydrates. Next time I'm going to prepare something on fats, and we're just going to hopefully refresh our memory or learn together. I'll see you guys